fruits were too sweet for me until I stumbled along the river and fell in. The snake's back on his feet, walking down the street. He's coming for you, but baby, I'm coming too. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight for your love. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight for your love. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight for your love.
Hello, everybody. It is November 11th, 2024. I am Drew.
I'm Tara.
This is America's #1 sibling sports and entertainment, Chicago-based Butthole Buffoonery 69 celebrating. It's the wettest podcast east of west of the Mississippi River. We have more calves than any podcast on the planet. We are MELLONfights. MELLON, MELLONfights.
MELLONfights.
Yeah, Tara, we're MELLONfights. It's 11/11. Have you made a wish yet today? Make a wish. It's 11/11.
Making one.
Wish granted. Boom.
Thanks.
What'd you wish for, Tara?
I can't tell you. It won't come
You can't
true.
tell me? Well, guess what I wished for? I wish that I'd become Willy Wonka. Would it be cool to be Willy Wonka, Tara?
Yes, that's what I've always wanted to be.
Ah, dang, it'd be cool. Bill Wonka. I'd go by Bill. Actually, Tara, I was saying today, I saw Grandpa's thing. I made him like that little like clip thing that has his.
Yeah.
I put like the metal plate on it. It says William Chapman, and I realized he's Billy Chaps. I was deciding if I want to be a wrestler, I could go by Billy Chaps. That's pretty cool, right? Is Billy Chaps a wrestler? Is Billy Chaps? Billy Chaps is like a maybe a country music star. Billy Chaps,
No,
like
I
Billy
think he's
Strings. That's a guy.
wrestler, and then I think he wears chaps.
You're as obvious as Dad. His last name's Chaps, so he wears chaps. You guys are
That's fun.
generic.
A wrestler wearing chaps?
Why would he go by Billy Chaps, though? That's a stupid name. I'm
Because
Billy
he
Chaps, and I wear chaps. That's a terrible name for
No,
a
it's not,
person that
because
wears.
he likes how his butt looks in chaps, and he just...
You guys are just really you're not. Oh, his
Okay,
last name's
then what
Chaps,
do you
but
think
he wears
he
chaps.
wears?
He wears it whatever he wants, but chaps does not have to be part of it just because his last name's Chaps.
Well, I think he's got chap lips then.
Why does it have to be anything like that? It's
Why
just a last
can't
name.
it be?
Because it's dumb. Think about it, Tara. How many wrestlers? My name's blah, blah, blah. That means I have chapped lips. That's dumb.
Well, I said the chaps
Stone Cold Steve
thing.
Austin isn't walking around with a cold all the time.
He's walking around with a cold beer.
Sure.
Gold
Sometimes.
dust. Where's gold?
That's a little different.
No, it's
He's
not.
a
The
the
Undertaker
character-
dresses as an Undertaker.
Those aren't names.
Yes, they
I
are.
need
It's the exact same thing.
No, it is not. Mick
The
Foley.
Rock. He's rock solid.
Wrong.
Right.
Wrong.
Mankind.
Shawn
He's like-
Michaels.
that's just a name.
It's just exactly. So is Billy Chaps. Stop trying to put the
No.
Chaps part as a thing. It's just a last name, Chaps. Billy Chaps.
I think you're wrong on this one.
I'm definitely not Tara. You guys just don't. You guys are just went. You and Dad both went straight to the obvious. Like, oh, his last name's Chaps. I guess he wears chaps. I'm like, that's boring.
As a wrestler, that's fun.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is, Drew.
It's not Tara. Billy Chaps is just the name, and then Billy Chaps could be a million things. Why shoehorn him into wearing a guy that wears chaps all the time? That's the problem. That's why you don't give yourself a very specific name, because then you're stuck being Gold Dust forever. And he's just Gold Dust forever. Stone Cold Steve Austin can be anything. That's a beautiful part about it. Shawn Michaels, he can be anything. That's the beautiful part about it. He's not just the guy that's Shawn Michaels. Wait, that doesn't even mean anything. Heartbreak Kid, he threw the Heartbreak Kid moniker at the end. Doesn't really mean anything.
He breaks hearts. Duh.
Well, yeah, but he also, I think, did more than break hearts. I think he was a sexual predator.
Oh,
If I'm
God.
going to be honest. And I am being honest. It is Monday after a weekend of football. You do anything fun this weekend, Tara? Anything? I saw you a little bit this weekend, but did you do anything fun other than that?
No, I did not.
You have any wet moments, dry moments from the week?
Let's see. There's this place that has some delicious biscuits. It's called the Harbor Street Diner, and I had breakfast there on Saturday. And I think I might be in love with the biscuits.
Oh, she loves the
They're
biscuits.
so freaking good. They're buttery. They're crumbly. I love them. So
I
I
love
got to eat
biscuits.
one this weekend.
I love a good biscuit. I'm a biscuit
I
boy
know.
for sure. This is
Dry
at where?
moment.
Where's this at?
This Hubbard Street Diner.
Oh, I know Hubbard Street. They're known for their pies.
Yeah, my dry moment was I had to get some stuff fixed on my car. I had to pay for it. Hated it.
What'd you have to get fixed?
I had to get new tires, and then I had to get like something on my exhaust because it sounded like a lawnmower. At least I don't have to get a new car. That's the silver lining for
Did
sure.
you get your housing situation figured out?
No,
They can't figure
that's
it out.
another dry moment.
They can't figure it
It's-
out. They're too stupid.
They're just yes. Like, come on. I
How
don't
can they
know
not?
how
How dumb are they?
dumb.
Like,
And then they're not in the office today, so I gotta figure it out.
oh, they
after.
weren't even there.
No,
Oh, I thought that's what I meant. Did you figure it out today?
no.
So they weren't even there. Okay, well,
So
there's that. Oh, cool. My dry moment of the week, my wet moment. Do I have a wet moment from the week? My wet moment. Okay, here's my. Technically, I got a little wet. I mean, I guess isn't wet heroin. I got wet.
heroin.
If someone says I got wet, I think they did heroin. I think that's a term for heroin. Pretty
I
sure
don't know. I never heard it.
it's wet, or it's either heroin or it's
Not a drug girl.
PCP. I think it might be PCP. Hold on. Let's look. I'm gonna look it up. Wet as a drug term. Let's see. Yeah, it's like a marijuana cigarette's dipped in like another substance, like PCP or something cool like that. That's what happens in Training Day.
Oh my
He gives him
gosh.
weed, but then he's like, "Yeah, there's PCP in it." And then he fucks.
Oh my
fucks with it.
gosh.
You remember that part?
Yeah, I forgot though.
But yeah,
But
so
I just am like picturing myself having one, I don't want to be high on marijuana. Two, add PCP to it, and I'm gonna like lose my mind.
yeah, that was my dry moment. Is I accidentally got high
Oh, that's right.
on weed, on an edible. I took an edible. It's legal here, guys. It's legal here. Do whatever I want. I'm an adult man, but I only took like a 5 milligram, like partial piece, and it didn't get me high. And then a few days later, I tried it again and nothing. And then a few days later, I tried it again and it did get me, like 2 hours after the fact. And I was like, ah! And I had the worst afternoon of my goddamn life. I was like, I felt like a piece of shit afterwards. I'm like, I had so many things I needed to do today. I played with God and God won. Played with God and God won. God's like, hey, you're not gonna like how you feel this afternoon. I don't know, man. I don't know how people do that all the time. I do not understand it.
I don't either.
It makes me feel miserable.
I literally at work there's some Delta 9 THC drinks.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a bunch of other ones that we don't sell. They're just from vendors to try out. And I was in the kitchen putting stuff away and I saw them and I just had like a panic moment where I'm like, oh my God, I don't ever want to feel that way again. I hate it so much.
Yeah.
And it was just looking at a can of Delta 9 THC seltzer.
I don't get that way, but yeah, I did not like the way I felt. Well, I don't even remember what day it was now, but twas a long day. The funny thing is, it was a long afternoon, but it was like 2.5 hours.
Okay.
The first hour was a joke. The first hour was like, it's only been an hour. I was so mad. I was like, this will be over soon, but it wasn't. And it was. I mean, in the long run, it was over in like, I think I was like uncomfortable for about 2.5 hours. Then it was like, for another like hour, and then I was fine. And then I just was. But then there was all the leftover like shrapnel from it. Like my brain was not groggy. Just like my brain thought about all those things, and now it didn't go anywhere. You know. Whatever it put in my brain didn't disappear. It brought it to the forefront. I didn't like it. I was like, ew, gross.
This can't be a clip, but somebody I know, he had an edible on Saturday.
Yeah.
And it was a pretty heavy duty one. And when he got up in the morning, he had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And it was like early morning, like 4:00. He started walking towards the bathroom and was like all like La La Landy
Uh-huh.
and enough
Yeah.
to where he like had to sit down. And then when he got up, he fell forward and smashed into his bathroom tile.
Oh, wow.
And they had to go and get stitches.
Not good.
No, I'm
Not
like,
good.
holy shit, that was a heavy duty one.
That's crazy.
Because he went to
This,
bed and was still like fucked up.
this might be our first ever drug talk on Melon Fights. I just find drug talk to be pretty boring. But I enjoyed this. That was our first and only probably drug talk on Melon Fights. Drug talk, Melon Fights. We're both wearing pink today. For those of you not seeing clips, we're pink as hell.
We are pink.
Different pinks too. Totally different pinks. Yours is like real pink.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's like pink. If that makes
It's
any
like
sense.
kind of a bubblegummy pink, but maybe
Yours is
even
like very
more than-
bright.
Yes.
And mine's more like a muted pink, almost skin tone. It's pinker in person, honestly.
Yours
honestly,
might be like if someone
This is
chewed
much
some
pink.
gum.
In person, it looks like gum on the camera, but in person, it's kind of looks more like what yours looks like on camera.
Oh,
So far,
it
I don't know
better
that this is a
lighting?
great start to our pod. This might be one of my least favorite starts to the pod in a long time. I don't feel like we're fucking vibing and growing and grooving. Tara, football. Did you watch much yesterday?
I watched the first.
Did you catch the
The
end of
first
the Lions
round.
game?
Yes, I did. The first
Watched the
round part of afternoon games and the Lions ending.
And?
And
And?
what?
And?
And I really enjoy football. And
What did
I
you
will-
think? What do you think I'm asking?
this is what I think. If I'm going down the list of things,
Yeah.
I won. I knew the Bears sucked and they were not going to win that game, which I was very excited about. The Bills, there were so many interceptions thrown in that game, but I just don't know why they didn't just keep running Jonathan Taylor because he's a freaking stud. He's going
The
to get
Bills? He doesn't play for the Bills.
Bills and Colts.
No, you just said the Bills, so I was confused.
The Bills versus Colts.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of interceptions. JT,
Not as many as last night's
awesome.
game.
Well, there were, but Jared Goff threw 5
There was
on his
7
own.
in that. There was 7.
Oh, no, there was 5.
Okay, thank you. Thank
There's
you.
The Chiefs, they keep winning ugly. I mean,
They just win.
They
It's not
just
even-
win,
they just
win.
I don't even call it ugly. They just win.
It was pretty ugly. They had some ugly moments for
Football
sure.
Football's ugly, dog. They're all ugly. Winners
They're
win.
not always ugly.
That's ugly.
But what I will say is Bo Nix had some really
the Lions won
fun-
last night with 5 interceptions. I don't know if you can win
That's
uglier.
winning ugly.
I don't know if you can win
That's-
uglier than that.
I was like, holy crap, the Texans are not good if they can't put that away.
No, their offense just is not totally clicking.
Mm-mm. The Falcons and the Saints,
Yeah. What about it?
just 2 kind of mediocre teams.
I would say that Saints are very bad, and that the Falcons are mediocre. The Saints are terrible. They just won at
Young
home.
Wei Koo, he missed so many of his kicks. There was a lot of kicks missed.
People
this
be missing
past
kicks
week.
lately. Everyone's like, oh, they should change the kick. No one's missing kicks. They're automatic. And then there'll be weeks where everyone misses kicks. It's just like, shut up. Just they'll kick and they'll kick. Sometimes they'll hit them. Sometimes they won't.
The Steelers, they're a
Yeah.
good team, man.
Huh?
They're a good team.
They're fine.
They're coached so well, and Russ is
They're just consistent.
Russ
I
is
just think they're
pretty
really
good.
consistent. I'm looking at yesterday's box score. They scored 7. They scored a touchdown in each quarter. That's how they did it.
That's good.
They beat, like I said, they beat a Commanders team, but the Commanders proved that they're a good team.
Yeah.
They lost to a really solid football team at home, and they're young and they're up and coming. But I don't think they should take anything from that and feel bad about it. I don't think Commanders fans feel shitty today, if I'm going to be
No,
honest.
I don't think so either.
Commanders are on their way to the playoffs, I would say.
Oh, I think so.
But it's between them and the Eagles to win that division. The Eagles really kind of have gotten to the point. It's hard to say what they're like after crushing a terrible Cowboys team yesterday.
Oh my god.
But the Eagles have kind of been on a roll for a while. So
Yeah, and like they'll have moments where it's like, what are they doing? And then they just figure it out.
Yeah, then
Like
they have
they're
moments where
good.
they look
They're
really
good.
good. But they've won 5 in a row. But here's
Yeah.
who they beat. Let's be honest. It's 5 in a
Yeah.
row. They beat Cleveland, the
Mm.
Giants, Cincinnati, Jacksonville, Dallas. That Cincinnati is the only
Cincinnati.
team that's decent, but they're not even. I mean, they have a losing record.
Well,
You know.
the thing that sucks about Cincinnati is they played against the Ravens on Thursday and they looked good, but they lost
Uh-huh.
last minute. But the thing is, they started in such a deficit that, I mean, they have to be perfect and they're not. So they're probably done.
Yeah. Yeah, the Rams or not the Rams. I'm sorry. The Ravens are a good football team.
They are a
They
good
looked
football
good. I mean,
team.
the fact that they just have a lot of options. They have a
Hmm.
lot of options. I feel like they're a different version of what KC is right now, where KC can win real kind of like
Ugly.
fight. Stop calling it ugly. I don't call it
It
ugly. It's
is.
just games that are more physical and like there's not a lot of points scored. It's a lot more defensive stuff struggle going on, I would say. Where the Ravens kind of are winning close games too, but there's a lot more going on in them. They got to fight back. They had to fight back and win that thing. They were
Hmm.
down and they won.
I think Lamar's looking good as a passer this year.
I mean,
He's
Lamar's
looking great.
awesome. Lamar's won the
He's a stud.
MVP twice already now in his
Mm,
career. The question is,
he's-
will they give it to him again this year? Because he's going to have the numbers. He's going to have the best numbers.
yeah.
But is it going to be that thing where people are like, he hasn't won it. He keeps going to the playoffs and doesn't do anything. We can give him another MVP before he does something in the playoffs. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Well, I mean, then it shouldn't be a regular season.
Right.
Well,
But again, I think at some point, if someone keeps putting up these numbers in the regular season, if they don't do anything in the play, because it's to get you to the playoffs and do something. If you don't do anything with it ever, then it's all fake.
how many years have they lost to the Chiefs?
I don't know.
I'd like to know that just
They
because
don't always lose to the Chiefs. That's for sure. In fact, they usually don't even know that they have lost maybe once. They're losing to people that aren't the Chiefs usually. I don't know exactly who they lost to in the last 5 years. Let me see if I can see here quick. Fast. I don't even know a fast way to look that up.
I know.
Let's see. Last year they lost to the Chiefs. So last year they
Mhm.
did lose to the Chiefs.
It's been a couple times since they've lost.
The year
to the
before they
Chiefs.
lost to the Bengals. The year before, they didn't make the playoffs.
They didn't?
No, Lamar was hurt.
Huh. Oh, that's right.
The year before they lost to Buffalo. The year before they lost to Tennessee. So one time they've lost to the Chiefs. That's all.
I mean, they're losing it. That sucked. That division, it just shows how hard it is. The teams that they're losing against are good teams.
Yeah, they're good team. I mean, it's the way it is on both sides. The teams are good. They're just not. Again, you got to win a game though. So I think if he wins it again this year and they don't do anything in the playoffs, people are never going to vote for him again. They just won't. I feel like. But I don't know. Any other takes from yesterday's games? Yeah. So you picked. Your game was, what did you have? I'm sorry.
I had Pats at Bears.
Yeah, patch plus like 6.5, I think.
Like 6. I'm like,
I think it was
what
6.5,
world?
and they lost up outright. And you're right. There's no reason that terrible Bears team that's given up should be favored over anybody by 6.
They're terrible.
And then I kind of got Pittsburgh did exactly kind of what I thought they were going to do. I didn't think they were going to crush it. They kept it close, and in the end, they won. Did what they needed to do. So we covered. I'm on a 2-game win streak. I think I'm above 500. You were getting close to. You're not back to 500 yet. I know that.
No.
I know that. You might have 3 wins. In fact, you might be like 3-7. I'm not
3 and 7.
Pretty sure.
Oh God, I'm bad.
4 and 6 max, and I believe I'm somewhere around 6 and 4. I think that's what I'm at. I don't know. Any other plays make anything stick out to you yesterday play wise? There wasn't as many fun plays this week. I felt like a lot of defensive touchdowns. I feel like.
Yeah, I just think it's so funny how bad the Jets are.
Oh, I love it.
I
love
mean,
it.
It's
my
just,
favorite thing. It's our favorite thing.
Devontae Adams dropped a touchdown in the end zone. Like, just funny ass things happening. It's like, you guys suck.
Not
Our team sucks too.
Oh, they're not
It's
our
the
team.
freaking worst.
They're not our team. Come on.
No, they're embarrassing.
They're dog shite.
Like the fact that Zeke he was not able to travel with the team last week because of him being a douche, it sounds like. And then he plays this week and he fumbles in the end zone. And it's like, you suck.
Listen,
Like, why are you even playing?
No, here's the thing. They're a terrible franchise.
Oh my God.
They've been a terrible franchise for
them.
years. They've been since they moved to Dak, they've been so dumb and lame. They've never had a chance with Dak. I'm telling you, and I'm stand by it, and I will never. And he's hurt, and they're even worse without him because their backup is terrible.
So bad.
We're stuck with him. I mean, they should try to lose out.
They literally just.
They should try to lose out.
Contract.
Listen, all these teams, they sign these quarterbacks, these giant contracts. It's time to like lose out and try to draft a quarterback and see if they can get something for Dak. Someone would probably trade for Dak. I don't want Dak anymore. I'm so tired of him.
I don't either.
We're stuck with McCarthy for the rest of the year. There's no reason to fire him at this point. Just lose out. Who cares? Who cares?
Right.
Just get him. Just let it happen at this point.
It just sucks because like we have some really great defensive players. They don't
seem to be showing it on a gamely basis.
Well, I feel like Mike Zimmer might be the worst defensive coach that ever existed. That defense looked great last year.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't have to talk about the Cowboys are so I just find them to be extremely uninteresting. That's all anyone probably talked today about is the Cowboys on these other channels, and they're very. I don't like to talk about teams that are uninteresting. They're like when you're that bad and poorly run, you're not worth hearing about. You know, like the Jets are that. I don't want to hear about for the rest of the season. I don't want to hear about the Cowboys. I don't want to hear I wasn't going to bring up the Cowboys. I don't want to hear about the Cowboys anymore this season. I don't want to hear about the Jets anymore this season. I don't want to hear about. Hold on. I don't want to hear about the Bears anymore this season. And the Giants. Those are the teams I'd like to not hear anything more about this season. That's my take. They're just so uninteresting to me because they're just not even trying to get better. So why even talk about them? That's bad football teams.
Those are really bad football teams.
And they can't do anything either. Christian McCaffrey was back yesterday. He looked solid.
That was fun.
So the Niners are interesting now again.
Yeah, it just really Brock plays so much better when Christian's out there.
It's because he does a million things. Because Christian McCaffrey might be the best all-around offensive player in the last 10 years, probably since like LT or Marshall Faulk.
Yeah, he jumped right in,
just
and
all around.
They weren't afraid to give him the ball and have him do Christian McCaffrey things. It's funny, my friend, she plays fantasy football, and I heard that Christian was playing, and I sent her something like, "Oh, Christian's back. Did you put him in?" And she said no. And she's like, "He won't get many carries because he hasn't played." And she had his backup. I'm like, "Girl,
no, they're playing. If he's not playing, if he wasn't going to get carries, they just wouldn't. They wouldn't play him.
No,
that's the way the NFL works. If you can go, you go. And he didn't have a huge amount of carries, but he had over 100 yards of total offense.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't get in the end zone, but he looked good. Any other sports? Oh, wait, let's do our underdog pick of the week. It's time for underdog pick of the week. It's time for underdog pick of the week, Tara. It's time for MELLONfights underdog pick of the week. It's time for MELLONfights underdog pick of the week. Do we got anything?
Oh, my God.
What?
I'm just looking at these for the first time.
So Tara's on a little streak of 1.
Oh, gosh, I'm nervous.
Tara's on a win streak of 1, right? You didn't win last week, did you?
No, I didn't.
It's time for MELLONfights underdog pick of the week. How many times are you going to say it? A lot. Time for Melon Dogs underdog pick of the week.
Dogs.
Did I say Melon Dogs again?
Yeah.
It's time for Melon Dogs underdog pick of the week. I like Melon Dogs. Anything grab? There's some big ass spreads there.
I know. That's why I said, "Oh my God, that plus 13." I'm like, Jesus,
that's pretty crazy spread. I don't know how I feel about it. The Lions could easily win by that much, so I'm not touching that.
Yeah,
shite.
No kidding. It's something they do.
Wow. How about the Chiefs being underdogs? That seems crazy to me.
Ugh.
They haven't lost a game all year. They ain't lost a game all year, and they're underdogs. Silly.
I don't see that happening.
What do you got for me, T? What's your underdog pick of the week? For me, the Green Bay Packer line against the Bears couldn't be big. Could get. To me, it should be twice that.
No kidding.
That's
That should
crazy.
be
I wish I
a
could pick the Packers.
13.
I wish I could do something there. Because like that
Packers
spread's
are
not even close to
so
big enough. I
bad.
thought that team sucks and they're gonna get stomped by the Packers.
Yes.
Tara, what do you got for me?
I'm going to do the God.
What do you got?
I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the.
Oh my God. Own it. I don't need a sigh.
Let's see.
Oh my God.
That's not happening. I'm going to pick the Kansas City Chiefs plus 2.5 at Buffalo. I feel that the Chiefs are undefeated right now. They find ways to win. And I just don't see them losing to the Bills. I think they're a better football team than the Bills. As much as I love Josh Allen and think he's great, I think he tends to turn the ball over a little bit. The Chiefs defense is awesome. Leo Chanel is awesome. I think he's going to throw at least one pick six. I think that the offense is starting to click for the Chiefs. Kelsey's got another TD. He's starting to find his groove. And I know that Buffalo's a hard place to play, but I just see the Chiefs winning. Even if it's by a field goal again at the end, they're going to win it.
Okay. You like the Chiefs?
I do.
I don't hate it. I mean, picking the Chiefs is never a bad idea, you know. And they seem to have Buffalo's number, you know. They beat Buffalo a lot in big games. Josh Allen struggles to win against the Chiefs. I think it's a good pick. Honestly, it's one of the picks this week I like. There's not a lot on here I'm looking at for me for the week that I love. To be quite honest, like I don't like a lot of this.
I don't like any of them.
I don't hate, you know, the Bengals +1 is looking at me a little bit.
That was my
But the
other
Chargers
choice,
are just kind of seeming like they're starting to come together, so I'm avoiding that.
Jim Harbaugh's such a good coach. Like they have something extra. So I don't know. And the Bengals are pretty much done.
They're not though. The Colts +3.5. The idea of the Jets being favored of anyone is silly to me as well, but that Colts team I just don't have any faith in whatsoever. I mean, I turned on the game for like 2 seconds yesterday and watched Flacco throw a pick six and then throw a pick like 2 seconds later.
Yeah.
So I don't want anything to do with that. That Jacksonville Jaguars Lions spread is 13 for a reason, to be quite honest.
Oh yeah.
Here's what I'm gonna say. I might ride with the Steelers back-to-back weeks. I just don't see. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go with the Steelers +3 at home against the Baltimore Ravens. It seems silly that the Steelers are an underdog at home. They have basically the same record, I think. Hold on. AFC North standings. Steelers are actually in first place in that division. So the first place team in the division is an underdog at home against the Ravens. Guess what? The Ravens let teams play with them. And the Steelers are still a better coach team. Tomlin and his beard are going to get the job done.
I like it.
So I think Steelers +3 at home is the way to go. I just don't see any reason that a team that is first place in a division in a really hard division, to be quite honest, the fact that the Bengals are 4-6 and they're like a really competitive football team, I don't see why the Steelers should be an underdog at home. That makes no sense to me. I'm gonna ride with Steelers back-to-back weekends. Steelers +3 against the Ravens. Even though I think the Ravens are a good football team, I like the Steelers at home. The Ravens aren't afraid to stumble. They're just not. That's my pick.
I like it. I think it's good.
It's decent.
I think yeah. I mean, like you said, they're good. The Ravens are awesome.
The only other one that was looking at me a little bit is I don't hate a bounce back game from the Commanders +3 at the Eagles.
Oh.
But at the same time, the Eagles are playing pretty good. And the Commanders, I could see, who knows? They could lose a couple games here in a row and still be in the mix.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just too hard. I don't know if the Eagles are good. So
Well, the Eagles are good. They're at home. They're at home with it's almost the exact same thing, almost the exact same records as that Steelers, but they're favored by 3 Eagles as the home first place team. 5 in a row. They've won 5 in a row. By the way,
that's pretty good. That's pretty
yeah,
darn good.
It's pretty good. And the Steelers have won
and
4 in a row.
And they've been winning the way they should be by a lot.
I like my pick even more now. I'm going to say that. I like my pick even more now.
I think it's good.
I think we're Tara, any other NFL stuff before we move on? What?
I think we're both going to continue our win streak.
You're not on a streak yet.
Well, I have 1.
That's not a streak. You need 2 for a streak.
Well, we're going to
You'll start a streak? You'll start a streak. I'll continue my streak. You'll start a streak. How about that?
Yeah. Perfect.
What is that noise? I don't know if you can hear it, but there's something weird noise outside.
Is it a squirrel?
Any other sports stuff from the weekend?
Yeah.
What's that?
Ray gun.
What about Ray gun? Is that sports? Yeah, I guess that's sports.
Yeah.
Olympics.
She is retiring from breakdancing.
People fucking bullied her out, man.
I know.
People bullied her out.
How much does that suck?
Listen, I don't know. It sounds like here's the thing, is like her dancing, whatever. I don't think it wasn't good, but it wasn't as bad as everyone else pretends it was.
No.
It was bad. But it was fun.
It was fun.
But at the same time, like, it sounds like there's some shenanigans that led up to it, like that got her in, basically. Like, it's an Australia problem where they kind of didn't like have checks and balances to get the right people in there. So, but that's okay. Anyway.
I think it's a bummer because she brought a lot of joy to people.
Oh, Jack Del Rio, senior advisor of the Wisconsin head coach Luke Fickell, will resign after arrested early Friday, cited for operating a vehicle while intoxicated following crash in Madison, Wisconsin. Good job, Del Rio. Fucking idiot. That team's a shambles too.
Oh my God.
The Badgers are in shambles.
I hate them so much.
I can't wait. Can't wait till he's not there. I hate Luke Fickell.
I don't know how many more years do we got?
They could fire him today.
I would love to
fire him this week. They're on pace to not win a lot of games for the second year in a row. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. Ray guns, they bullied her out. Good riddance. We were never going to hear. What are we going to hear from? She just retired from breakdancing in general.
Yeah,
that's crazy. You can't just retire from dance. You got to dance if you love it. So she must not actually ever loved dance.
Well,
she's just going to retire.
Maybe she will do it, but just not compete.
No more competitive.
Yeah, she's going to do it.
From our girl Ray Gun. Cool name though.
Ray Gun.
Cool name. I'm not seeing anything else here. Nothing else really. NBA season. Oh, we got to do our NBA preview really quick. Our NBA preview. We forgot to get to it again. We'll have to do it next week. We're going to do our NBA preview next week.
Yeah.
We'll pick our favorites. We'll pick our MVPs. We'll pick some bold predictions next week.
Some bold predictions.
We'll get to it next week. For sure. I will say the Bucks suck on our unwatched. Actually, the thing is, yesterday they played pretty good. Just couldn't fucking finish because they just don't have a good coach and they don't have a closing team because they have really bad side guys that are taking big shots. And it's happened multiple times where the ball's not in the best guy's hands at the end of the game, and it's fucking frustrating.
I don't know how that happens.
What part?
How these side guys don't realize that it's like we got to win. And we got to put it in our best guy's hands.
Oh, because they all think they're good.
This isn't time for you to try to shock the world.
Shock the world.
Maybe during the game, hit shots.
They don't, though.
Exactly.
They don't, though.
It sucks.
It's the way it is, T.
Everyone keeps saying that Giannis is going to go to the Knicks. And
not
I'm
happening.
Like, no.
Why? The Bucks have no reason to trade him.
No.
They should build around him. I've said it. They build around him. You guys are idiots. If they trade Giannis, they will not be good for decades.
Ever.
They will not be
Maybe
good again until
ever.
they get lucky again. You keep him around and you trade everybody else. Everybody else.
Yes. Get
Giannis
rid
has
of
got
Dame.
get rid of Dame, keep Chris,
Keep
get rid of
Chris
Brooke,
for
get rid of
sure.
Bobby. Literally trade everybody else.
Keep Thanasis.
They
Because
don't have
Giannis,
Thanasis. They haven't had
he's
Thanasis all year.
he's not playing.
He's not on the team.
What?
Where have you been?
I don't watch basketball.
He is not on the team.
Did he not make it?
He's not on the team.
I know that he had like a surgery.
He's not on the team.
That's surprising.
But they got a bunch of other turds that just sit on the end of the bench. Couldn't beat Thanasis. Couldn't be one of them. Come on. Make Giannis happy, boy.
Right?
Make
Maybe
everyone else
he
happy.
will leave then.
I saw this thing and this girl was just walking around like talking and she's like, hey, you know what the Bucks need to do? They should, if they're not going to sign Thanasis, they should buy him season front row tickets behind the bench.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, good idea. It's a great idea.
Yeah.
It's a great idea.
Giannis needs his bro.
I saw the movie Nora. We'll do a little entertainment quick. I saw the movie Nora. If you guys haven't seen it, definitely worth a watch. Nora. You familiar with Nora, Tara?
Mm-mm.
It's a movie. It's a sex worker. She gets involved with some rich guy and marries him, and things happen. It's funny. People are like, oh, it's like a fun like movie, but it's like kind of stressful. And I disagree. It is funny. Like there's parts where I laughed, but it's like stressful and sad in my opinion. I'm like, this is a sad movie. Like at the end, if at the end it's like clearly sad, but throughout it, I'm like, this is sad because I could see what was coming the whole time.
Yeah.
But it's worth a watch. It's a really good movie. The girl in it's really good and hot. I'm not gonna lie, she's smoking hot. Maddie Madison, something like that. Mickey Masson. Honora. Her name is Mikey Madison.
Mikey Madison.
How old is she? She's probably very young, if I'm gonna guess. She's 25. She's not that young. But yeah, we're checking out, Tara. I think you would like it. It's a good movie. Honora.
Did you see it in theaters?
I did see it in theaters. Yeah, so we got some lists we got to do this week. What do you want to start with, Tara? Which thing you want to start with? The list? You want to start with our tongue twister?
Let's start with a list, then tongue twister, then list.
Cool. Pick the list then.
Let's do. Where's my lists? Let's do childhood. Least favorite childhood characters.
Least favorite childhood characters? Is that what we called it?
I think so.
I think it was least favorite. Yeah, just least favorite characters from like kids shows is what I said in my brain.
Shows?
Yeah, it was from TV shows.
It was from all things. Shows, movies.
I don't think we said that, but
I think we did.
well, everything I have is from a show, so you're going to have a different list than me.
Perfect.
I'm pretty sure we said shows, though. Kids shows. This was one way it was confusing anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Whatever we get, we get. Top five, Tara. Least favorite childhood characters. From where? Top 5 characters. I don't know how to say it. It was from shows, but top 5.
I mean, if you want, I can change it.
No,
All
don't
mine
change
to be
it. But I just don't know how
shows.
to say it. Like I don't know what to say. What to call the list.
Least favorite childhood characters.
Yeah. Top 5. Top 5 least favorite childhood characters. That'll work. All right, Tara.
You go first.
I said, all right, Tara.
All right. I'm going to say my number 5 is Elmira from Tiny Toon Adventures.
Oh, good
She
one.
was like the little one who was obsessed with like animals and would just love them to death and just squeeze them. And they like, I think she would call a skunk kitty and just like
Super
squeeze him
annoying.
and love him, and was just like, ooh, ugh.
Yep.
And her voice was annoying, and I hated
Yeah, she was
it.
like a super fan of these, and it was like she
Yeah.
like would torture them basically.
Yes, exactly.
Man, I bet I probably could name 20 people from fucking Tiny Toons.
I know.
They like Tiny Toons was a crazy show. They like wanted you to hate these
Yeah.
people. Like Max, Montana Max. He was like the rich kid. He was a piece of shit.
Yeah. Or like, what was the duck?
I don't know. I liked the duck.
No, he had like such an attitude.
I don't remember then.
What was
I
his
think you're thinking
name?
of Daffy Duck.
No,
The duck was just like a sweet. They're all just like young versions of the like.
no, the duck was a little cynical dude.
I don't remember that. I don't know. Tell me more about Elmira's stupid ass though.
That's pretty much it. She was just like abusive to animals and squeezed
Super
them. And was
annoying.
just like so like, I love you, and just I hate it. Every time it would be her segment, I'd be like, get this woman or girl off the screen. I'm so over her.
Nice. My number 5 least favorite childhood character was, I think this is a stand-in. This person stood in for a lot of like annoying siblings in shows, but it is Ferguson from Clarissa Explains It All.
Yes.
Ferguson was a fucking nerd.
Such
And he was
a
like,
nerd.
I think he was basically like, he was almost like a finance bro as a kid. This redheaded finance bro. He was the worst. Oh, he was the worst.
Yeah.
Right?
He was
Remember
really
Ferguson?
bad.
I don't remember that show that well, but I remember not liking when
I
Ferguson
hated
showed
Ferguson.
up on
He was
screen.
like a ginger
You know,
devil.
Yeah. A ginger
That's what he was. Devil?
Yeah, he's a little devil bitch.
Yes. He was
like
always
he was always out to like ruin Clarissa's life. And I don't like that. I got a lot of that on here. How many do I have? I only have 6, so I only had one honorable mention.
Oh my gosh, I have so many honorable mentions.
Well, that's because you went into movies. I didn't know I could do.
I literally will not have movies. I'm
do movies.
Changing it. I'm changing it so I don't have movies.
You can do movies. I'm fine with it.
I literally
want to see what you got.
Fine. My number 4 is Spike from Little Giants.
Ooh.
I hated him.
Yeah.
He was like the ringer that both teams wanted him, and he was such a douchebag, and he talked in a third person, and he tried to hurt the other kids, and that's not what the rivalry was about, hurting each other, and I freaking hated him.
Well, it's because he had a bad dad that made him
I know, but he sucked.
He did suck. I don't know why they just can have one ass team. In the end, do they just make one team? Is that how it ends?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I think they do. I think they just combine and make one team. Crazy. Yeah, dude. Spike, but he was also kind of cool.
I did not think he was cool. Again,
he was good. Was he even that good at football? Was he even that good at football?
No.
If a girl could
Icebox. Exactly. Icebox was better than him.
I knew a lot of girls at that age. They weren't running over the best football player on the team.
No.
Even if they're kind of athletic, they weren't running over Spike. So and was he even that good?
He hurt Junior, and Junior was everybody's fave. Guys wanted to be him. Girls wanted to be with him. Junior.
Sure.
He drew.
Guys didn't want to be Junior.
You didn't want to be Junior Floyd?
Was that his name?
Yeah.
That's funny. I mean, I don't know if I wanted to be Junior Floyd. I think I wanted to be Spike.
You didn't want to be Devin Soa?
I think I wanted to be Spike.
Ew.
I think I want to.
You were a bully, though, so that makes sense.
And I also played defense. I like to play defense. I never wanted to be a quarterback in my life. Never. Couldn't throw it anyway. My number 4 least favorite childhood character is, I'm gonna go with Vicky from Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh yeah, she was on an honorable mention for me.
So Vicky from Fairly Odd Parents was just, I don't know. She's again just trying to out Timmy for having fairy godparents. Like, why are you trying to out him?
Right.
Like, why are you always trying to get him caught? Like, what do you get from that?
Exactly.
Try to like buddy up to him.
Right.
And like,
you can have Fairly Odd Parents.
And he can help you out.
Yeah.
You make your life better. Instead, you're like, "Meh, jealous ass bitch." Oh, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not supposed to say bitch anymore on here. Jealous ass biatch.
Why?
Because mom complained about it.
Oh, jealous ass
But I mean, is
Betty.
Vicky not a bitch?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah,
That's
thank
like
you.
her whole
It's kind of
personality.
her whole vibe. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, get Vicky out of here. Vicky was just such a little God. Why you? It's like calling the cops on somebody that's having a good time, like having a party next door. It's like, oh, they're having a fun
Hmm.
time. I'm calling. She was a Karen.
She was a
Vicky was a
Karen.
straight up Karen. Like
Yeah,
she wasn't getting her life wasn't good, so she had to ruin someone else's life. Get
exactly.
out of here, Vicky. Fuck
Go home.
Vicky.
Timmy can be babysat by his Fairly Odd Parents, okay? He doesn't need you.
He doesn't need a babysitter. We didn't need babysitters when that. We all we just rocked. What's your number 3, Tease?
My number 3 least favorite childhood character is Kimmy Gibbler from Full House.
Ooh, Tara, that's a
She,
great one.
oh,
I have someone else from Full House, but that's good.
she was so annoying. Again, whenever she would be on the screen, I'm like,
Yeah.
why is Kimmy here? She makes everything suck and she's annoying. She's not funny.
At least
She has no
not
comedic
funny.
timing.
Yep.
And it's just like cringe city.
So
Terrible.
cringe. Well, my favorite part
Terrible.
is I feel like all of the people on the show hated her.
Yeah.
Like when all the adults had to interact with her, they were like, "Fuck this," and I bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kimmy's the worst, Tara. You're right.
Like
There was a lot
her
of that
little
in the 80s and
catchphrases
90s.
and stuff, like, hey, Tannerinos. Like, what?
Ugh, gross.
God.
You're right.
And she just
Cringe.
like had such a like
Ugh.
everything about her. Hated
Kimmy Gibbler.
Kimmy
Get the
Gibbler.
fuck out of here, Gibbler.
And then
Well, I'll
when they
stick with.
brought her back for Fuller House, she had the same vibe. I'm like, get out of here.
Did she really? She like didn't grow
Yes.
up to be an adult human being.
No. Still like odd and weird and
I'll stick with my number 3 being from Full House as well. I had Joey from Full House. I couldn't stand Joey. Joey was
cut
so
it out.
annoying. Like
Yes.
all of his bits, and then he gets to host that show where he does the beaver puppet.
Oh
I'm like,
yeah.
ugh. Kimmy Gibbler,
Wood.
and they should have had a show that came on right after called Gibbler and Joey. I can't think what his last name was. Joey.
Joey Gladstone.
Yeah, Gladstone and Gibbler. Get him out of my face. Oh my god.
God,
But then
so bad.
Joey was so popular they had him host a whole nother show where he
I
showed
know.
the worst video, like probably every person that ever was on that show, America's Funniest People, I think it was called. Is that what it was called?
I don't remember.
Do you remember it though, right? And it'd just be like people at the mall, with someone at the mall, and they do like an impression of someone, or they do like a stupid person trick.
Ew.
You don't remember that show, Tara?
No.
What?
Mm-mm.
It was on right after America's Funniest Home Videos, I think. It was the worst. He hosted it. So fucking Tanner hosted America's Funniest Home Videos, which was good.
Yeah.
And he hosted that and did all of his stupid stuff and voices.
Ew.
His voices, Tara. His voices. Even as a kid, I couldn't stand Joey.
I know. He sucked.
Get out of here, Joey. I would have kicked his ass out.
Right?
Fucking Danny. Gonna have that fucking pedophile around all your kids. I don't know that he was,
He wasn't.
but he had a vibe.
He was just like annoying.
He sucked.
My number 2 is Randall from Recess.
That's a good one.
He was the biggest narc to ever narc.
Yeah.
And was always trying to get the kids in trouble and always was going to Miss Finster and was just a little weasel. And I hated him.
Yeah. Nothing worse than a narc.
He was always like hiding to like find
And
them
like a
doing
narc for
something.
like stupid, like I don't have a problem with someone like a narc that someone's like sometimes in like adult shows, like someone tries to turn in the bad guy.
Sure.
And we always hate them because we want to see the bad guy continue their show. But like when it's like the kid shows and there's like trying to get the other kids in trouble, like get out of here.
Right? It's like, why are you narking?
You can think of
Like, why
real
don't you
life
go
kids
and
that would've
actually
done that.
like play with, like, he just wanted to, he was just like Miss Finster's little secret spy. And it's just like, why do you want to do that, Randall?
Get out of here, Randall.
Get out of here.
Randall, take a hike, Randall.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go back to my annoying younger sibling for my number 2. My number 2 is DW from Arthur. I thought DW was a bully, and I didn't like the way she treated Arthur. And she was whiny, and I did not like DW. I never liked DW. DW's trash. That's my take. I think some people like DW. I never liked DW.
I mean, sometimes she was funny, but she definitely was a bully.
She could be funny because she was rude.
Yeah.
She was funny because she was rude, but she sucked. Like,
or was Arthur just a nerd and she...
Yeah, Arthur was a nerd, but he was a good guy. And DW was an annoying little tag-along sister.
Yeah.
Didn't like DW. Not a fan of D-dubs. That's my take. What was DW's name?
Oh.
Dorothy Wayne?
I don't remember.
Dorothy Wendy? Deborah Wendy?
No.
I can't think of any W name that a girl could have. Monica? Doesn't matter, Tara. What's your number 1?
I want to know.
Okay, look it up. Look it up.
DW's
DW.
name.
Deborah Wayne. I don't think she's Asian.
Okay.
Don't like DW. She's
Dora
mean.
Winifred.
Dora Winifred? Weird. I think I should rewatch that. What if I like her now? What if I like her? I haven't seen Arthur in 20 years. Tara, what's your number 1?
I think you might like her. My number 1 least favorite childhood character is Scar from The Lion King.
Oh, wow.
Because not only did he kill his own brother, he also tried to kill his nephew, and he is just a bad guy. And he took Pride Rock and turned it into trash because he let the hyenas take over and everyone was hungry. He was such a bad character.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. It's the only like villain that you picked or anyone picked.
Well, I can pick someone else.
You can pick it. It's the only movie one you've picked so far.
No, I picked Spike. But I'm going to, since you hate it, I'll pick a different one. I don't hate
it. It's just, it's not really.
Because there's actually, if we're playing, like, this one might make more sense.
I mean, we're mostly picking, I think we've only picked kids up until this point.
Here we go.
So let's pick a kid. I don't want you picking a villain like that. Pick a kid or something like a kid.
I'm picking Amanda from All That.
Tara, I almost did it. I almost did it
so much.
I picked something else.
God.
I almost did it. As much as you like Amanda Bynes,
love her.
When she was on All That, I couldn't stand her.
No.
I love Amanda Bynes too, but on All That, get her the fuck off of my screen.
And when she played, I'm Amanda, that's me. And then she would start screaming and I'm like, what the hell? Why? Like, this is so bad. I hate this so much. Get this off of my screen. Oh, you're wrecking.
Anything she did on that was
terrible.
Bearable.
The Amanda Please girl too. Oh my God.
It was so bad.
Terry,
I almost picked it. I picked it. I couldn't figure out what I needed to pick. She was so bad.
I want to change Spike too.
No, I like Spike.
But
that's a good one.
Okay.
I like that one.
Okay.
The Scar just seemed like you were it would have been if you picked Darth Vader almost. Yeah. I like Scar.
Ew.
Like, I know he's a piece of shit, but he's good. Like a good character. Like the characters we're mostly talking about, I didn't like when they were on screen. I was like, get out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was the worst.
Where Scar was just a bad guy.
Amanda.
I think I'm gonna stay in that vein for my number 1, Tara. My number 1 was Lori Beth Denberg when she was on Figure It Out.
Oh, yes.
When Lori Beth Denberg was on Figure It Out, she would solve the puzzle at the very end. She'd pull it out of her ass and solve the puzzle. And these wonderful little children who had done these really cool things like pogo stick backwards for a mile, she'd steal their prize away. And it was evil. I hated her for it. I think it was shitty. And at that point, she was probably in her 20s. And I fucking wanted her to die. I hated her. I hated her so much, Tara, when she did that. I thought I'm like, you're a bad person.
She was evil.
It made me hate her.
Yes.
It was like, yeah, don't get it right. We all got it, but don't get it.
Yes.
We all got it, but don't get it. What do you succeed by getting it and not giving this kid a trip to Orlando, baby?
Right.
Or whatever the fuck they were giving them.
Whatever they were getting. No,
I hated her
good
for
one.
that, Tara. I hated her for that. And
she was annoying too, annoying in it.
She was annoying, yeah. Most all that people are annoying.
Yeah.
All that. Danny
He's-
Tamborelli kind of would do the same thing, but it didn't bother me as much. I like Danny Tamborelli better.
Misogynism.
No, he just was more charming. And he didn't get
Lori
as
Beth
she
got
would do
annoying.
it so much, Tara. I hated her for it.
I know, and then like you would just see
Lori
the
Beth
light.
just did it wrong on purpose.
You would
I don't
see
know
the
if you're,
light just
I
come
doubt you were
out
getting
of
some bonus for getting it right.
right. What if they were?
Good. Oh, then that's maybe more evil.
Right.
I had only one honorable mention, then I'll let you read all yours.
Yeah.
My only honorable mention was I did hate Angelica from Rugrats. Couldn't
I loved
stand it.
her.
I know. I hated it. I didn't like how mean she was to the kids.
She
I
was
couldn't
mean to the
stand it.
babies.
Couldn't stand it. Drove me nuts.
I had the Ashleys from Recess
Mm-hmm.
and Miss Finster because she was terrible. And then I also had Chucky Finster because
I
he
love
was just
Chucky.
a little whiny baby.
But I loved him.
I had Eric from Boy Meets World. In the earlier episodes, he was fine, and then he got so stupid
Over the top
that it
and
was
dumb.
like impossible. I
I think
had
Corey was the opposite. I think Corey was the same way, where he got more and more annoying.
more
Sean
controlling.
got cooler though.
I had Debbie from the Wild Thornberries because she was just like an angsty teen, and she was in these cool places and just sat in their RV.
Mm-hmm.
I have all the Animaniacs. I hated that show.
Yeah, I hated that show too. But I think if
It's
we
just-
rewatch it now, we might like it better because I guess it's got a lot of like adult references in it. So we probably didn't even get what was going on.
Probably not. Pearl from SpongeBob because she was a whiny baby.
I almost said Sandy from SpongeBob. I think
Oh.
Sandy's a little bit of a try hard.
She is a tryhard.
That's my take on Sandy.
Kate Saunders from Lizzie McGuire.
Pearl does suck.
Pearl does suck.
Who, Tara?
Kate Sanders from Lizzie McGuire. She was like the popular girl
Yeah.
who like
Wasn't
Lizzie
even
was
that
way
cool.
hotter.
Way hotter. It's
Way
not about being hot
hotter.
though, Tara. It's about
It's
class.
about confidence.
She had more class.
No, confidence. She did not have class.
In her
She was
brain, she had more
class
class.
less.
She had more class. I mean, she was a different class of like upper class. She had dough. She was rich.
Oh.
That's what I mean. She had money.
And then
And Lizzie was just like a middle of the road. I don't know how much money they had. It didn't seem like a ton of money.
the Siamese cats from Lady and the Tramp.
Oh wow, that's a good one.
And Francis from Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
That's
Oh.
a really good one.
And Waldo from The Little Rascals. He was an asshole.
Wow,
So I had a
Wow.
lot.
you had a lot. I was trying to think if there's any other one. There was a lot of there's a lot always like the annoying sibling in like those '90s shows. We didn't do a lot of like. There was like some shows I didn't even like bother with because I didn't like them. Like I felt like I hated everybody on like Zoe 101. Like
Yeah.
I didn't
never
like any of those
watched it.
people. They're like annoying. I really didn't like. I will say on Victorious, I did not like
Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande's
Oh
character
my
at all.
God.
I can't stand a character that's
Or like Sam
overly
and Cat.
dumb.
Yeah.
A character that's over. I mean, that's always why I didn't like Lisa Kudrow in
Friends.
Friends because she'd be like so dumb that it was like almost ridiculous. I'm like, this isn't. She's not that stupid. Why are you acting like she's that stupid now? Joey, I believed, was that stupid. But Lisa Kudrow would have moments where she was very smart, and all of a sudden she wouldn't know what like a fucking waffle maker was or something stupid like that. I couldn't think. I
Yeah.
can't think of it off the top of my head. Yeah. So there we go. That was it. Are you ready? You guys know what today is? It's tongue twister day.
Tongue twisters.
Tara and I both had to write our own tongue twisters. So I
Yep.
guess we'll tell each other our tongue twisters, and then you'll have to say it. Try to say it 5 times fast. You want to go first?
No, you go first.
Okay, Tara, you ready to try to say my tongue twister 5 times fast?
Yeah, mine's long.
They're not supposed to be that long.
Okay.
They're supposed to be like a quick thing you can say a couple times, 5 times fast. I mean, yours is long.
It's kind
How
of
long are we talking?
It's just like a little long.
Here's what yours is. Here's what mine
Okay.
is. Here's what I wrote. You ready for it?
Yeah.
Susan sucks down 69 sub sandwiches Sundays in September.
Susan sucks down.
69 sub sandwiches in September. I'm sorry.
69
Susan sucks down 69 sub sandwiches Sundays in September.
Susan sucks down 69 sub.
Don't forget, guys, today is our countdown to double 69. Countdown to double 69. This is episode 134. 138 is double 69.
Okay.
So we're 4 episodes away from double 69.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Susan sucks down 69 Subway sandwiches in September.
Nope,
Susan,
just sub sandwiches.
Oh, I even wrote sub sandwiches, not Subway. Susan sucks down 69 sub sandwiches in September. Susan sucks down what?
Sandwiches Sundays in September.
So shit.
Susan sucks down 69 sub sandwiches Sundays in September. Susan sucks down 69 sub sandwiches Sundays in September. Susan sucks down 69 sub sandwiches Sundays in September. You're not allowed to read a tongue twister, Tara, when you do it, by the way. It makes it too easy.
Well, I don't remember it.
Well, say
Susan
it.
sucks down 69 Subways. Nope.
Just sub sandwiches in September.
Sundays
in September.
69 sub sandwiches Sundays in September. Susan sucks down 69 sub sandwiches Sundays in September. Susan sucks down 69 sub sandwiches Sundays in September. Susan sucks down 69 sub sandwiches.
I'm going to say you can't do it. I think I wrote a good tongue twister.
Mine you might not be able to do because it's very long.
Susan sucks down 69 sub sandwiches Sundays in September. Susan sucks down 69 sub sandwiches Sundays in September. Susan sucks down 69 sub sandwiches Sundays in September. Susan sucks down 69 sub sandwiches Sundays in September. Susan sucks down 69 sub sandwiches Sundays in September. I think I nailed it.
Yeah. I like it. Want to hear mine?
Yeah.
The magnificent, magnetic, magical melons love sipping on scrumptious, sparkling soda and scarfing sweet and salty snacks.
What the fuck? You changed fucking the alliteration halfway through.
I know.
That's hard.
I was doing both of them.
That's really hard. What is it?
It's the magnificent, the magnificent, magnetic, magical melons love sipping on scrumptious, sparkling soda and scarfing sweet and salty snacks.
That's long.
I know.
The magnificent what? There's no way I'm going to remember it ever.
The magnificent, magnetic, magical melons love sipping.
The magnificent, magical, magnetic. The magnificent, magical what is it?
Nope. Magnificent, magnetic, magical melons.
The magnificent, magnetic, magical melons
love sipping on scrumptious, sparkling soda and scarfing
sipping on scrumptious, sparkling soda
and scarfing sweet and salty snacks.
There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. The magnificent, magical, my God, Tara, that's too long. I feel like the first magnificent part.
Well, how about just...
Let's see if I can get the first part.
Okay.
What is it?
The magnificent, magnetic, magical melons.
The magnificent, magical, magical melons. What is it? What is it?
The magnificent, magnetic, magical.
The magnificent, magnetic, magical melons. The magnificent, magical, magical melons. Nope. The magnificent, magnetic, magical melons. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's magnetic first. The magnificent, magnetic, magical melons. The magnificent, magical, magical melons. Tara, I think you gave me 2 tongue twisters because that one's done. I can't. Let's see if I can do the second part. What's the second part?
Sipping on scrumptious, sparkling soda and scarfing sweet and salty snacks.
Sipping on what?
Scrumptious, sparkling soda.
Sipping on scrumptious, sparkling soda.
And scarfing.
Sipping on scrumptious, sparkling soda. Scrumptious, sparkling soda.
And scarfing sweet and salty snacks.
Sipping on scrumptious, sparkling soda, and scrunching out some salt and salty snacks. What is it?
Scarfing.
The magnificent, magical melon magneticisms. The magnificent, magnetic, magical melons. The magnificent, magical melons. Tara, I can't do it. I cannot do it. And I haven't written it down. What about this? Susan sucks down 69.
Susan sucks down
69 sub sandwiches.
Sunday in September.
Yeah. Yours is good. Yours is better. Yours is way better.
I read
very hard. And I'm not going to try to do anymore. I nailed it. Mm-hmm. The magnificent, magical, melons. The magnificent, magical, magnetic melons. The magnificent, magical. Is it magnetic or magical first?
Magnetic.
The magnificent, magnetic, magical melons. The magnificent, magical, magnetic melons. The magnificent, magnetic melons. We're done. I like it. I'm going to try to do it for our pod next week as our intro. And it's time. Welcome to the magnificent, magnetic, magical melons. We're sipping on scrumptious, sparkling sodas and scarfing down.
Just scarfing.
And sipping down.
Nope. Sipping on.
Sipping on.
Sipping, not on. Just sipping.
Sipping scrumptious,
Scrumptious.
sparkling sodas, scarfing sweet and salty snacks.
And scarfing.
Huh?
And scarfing.
And scarfing. Whatever. The and is not important. You don't need and. You know, that's the whole point, is not to put a bunch of like filler words. It says like,
Well,
she sells seashores down by the seashore. She sells seashore by the seashore. She sells seashells down by the seashore. That's really hard still.
tip of the tongue.
Tara, I'm going to say it. I think we nailed
We nailed
we nailed Tongue Twister Day. National
Yes.
Tongue Twister Day, guys. If it is National Tongue Twister Day, if you guys can try to send us your tongue twisters at MELLONfights, MELLON fights at gmail.com.
We'll try
We
doing
are we are the
Number one.
magnificent, magnetic, magical melons, and we will do our best to try to do them.
Yes.
We got one more list. Do we want to go to the list right away? We might as well.
Yeah.
We got one more list. This list is interesting. I didn't really. When I said it last week, I don't know. I got some answers. So this week's list. So this next list is our top 5 things that are around $69.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to say it.
Yeah.
Our top 5 things that are around $69.
Well, is that what it was, or things that we'd buy for around $69?
Yeah, I'm just saying it more
Yeah.
succinct, Tara. That's what that means.
Succinct.
Our top 5 things that are around $69.
Okay.
What's your number 5, Tara?
My number 5 is a deluxe vinyl record.
Oh wow, nice.
I love a good vinyl
specific one, or
record.
just is there,
No, I just feel
deluxe
like
ones
the
can be
the
very
deluxe
expensive.
ones can be very expensive and like really good.
yeah.
So it's the price tag might be like, oh, that's a lot, but it's usually
I like it.
goodies.
I'll do my number 5.
Okay.
My number 5 thing around $69 is where I can find a pair of shoes that are about $140, half off.
That's like me. I wrote that. I said shoes on a
But
discount.
but I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. Like
I
right now,
said, like-
right now, Dick's has a sale going on where it's like 50 to 60% off. So like
Yeah.
that really nice $140 pair of like workout shoes, get it for $69.
Yeah.
Booyah!
I
I'll take
said,
that all day, all day.
Yeah, I said shoes. Like example, Ross. They have Uggs that are like heavily discounted, so I get them for like about $69.
I mean, if you guys are
First-
looking for, I think the Dick's sales goes till tomorrow. Let me double check.
I should look into that. And
You
get
should,
some new
Tara. You should.
shoesies.
Let's see if the sale's still going on. 50% off holiday deals. Yeah, it's going on right now. I don't know when it ends.
DX.
So look into it. So that's, oh wait, is that on your list then? Is that one of your
Yeah,
5?
that was my number 4.
So that's your number 4.
Yep.
So your number 4 is also a discounted shoe.
Love a discounted shoe.
Yeah, mine was very specific. I don't know if you know, $140 half off shoe. Love it.
Yeah.
But that's the reason I say that is because like these shoes, $140 is kind of like a weird standard for like an expensive shoe.
Yeah.
So back to me.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with a night for 2 at the movies is about, I'd say about $69. 2 tickets for 2 people. It's about $40 right there. Plus, with taxes and stuff. You buy some popcorn, you buy you both a drink and then like a little bit of candy. I feel like that puts you right around that $69 mark. And then maybe, who knows, you may earn that $69 purchase.
You might get a 69.
You might run into
celebration.
another 69 later in the evening if
might-
you're buying. If
that
you're taking a
might-
late, I mean, a movie. If you go to the movies, you can buy all that stuff. It's like, have you
If
seen
you
that
play your
meme where
cards
it's the girl?
right.
Have you seen that meme?
Mm-mm.
It's the girl from. It's like a little sketch she did online. The girl from Abbott Elementary, the main one. She's like sitting there, and the guy's just ordering and he's like ordering popcorn and a drink, and like ordering another candy. He's like, "Oh, he got money." It's really good. If I find it, I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so right at 6, so a night out at the movies with your loved one, or with
Like
a
that.
with 2 people, like taking a little date to the movies. About 6, I feel like about $69 for 2 people to go to a movie together. That's what I'm thinking
I like it.
nowadays.
Okay. My number 3 is like a really nice pillow.
Oh,
like maybe it's a little extra long,
Yeah.
like a really nice pillow, like a hotel quality pillow.
Yep. I like that.
Love.
I like that a lot.
It's one of those things that you don't buy yourself that often. You stick with your, flattened, drool covered pillows, but
Yeah.
that
I love it.
why not take that $69 and go get yourself an awesome pillow?
A nice pillow is worth it.
Yes.
And they'll hold up. I bought a nice pillow and it didn't hold up and it was sad.
It is sad.
Sleep is important, Tara.
It is very
Sleep
important.
is very important. Is it my number 3 now?
It's your number 3.
I'm trying to decide which way to go here. So this one is like if I was allowed to travel in space and time. But back when the McDonald's had a dollar menu and everything was actually $1 on it, the McChicken used to be $1 on the dollar menu. So I like the idea of going to McDonald's and getting 69 McChickens just to see what I can do. That sounds really fun to me. $69 menu McChickens from when the dollar menu existed. Because they do have a $1 menu, but it doesn't have McChickens anymore. I think you can get two for $3 some places. It's not real anymore. So this one is a caveat. I want to travel in time to when the dollar menu was a dollar menu, and I want to get 69 McChickens and then combine 2 of my favorite things.
What 2?
69 in McChickens, Tara.
Okay. Yeah. I was like, what? Okay.
And then
that one,
and I like the idea of, and also, and before we eat them, I like the idea of laying them all out over a bed, making the bed just a McChicken bed and getting busy on it.
Oh God. Oh gosh.
That was my number 3?
That was your number 3.
Shit. That's supposed to be number 2, but that's okay.
My number 2 is like a really cool house plant. Because house plants can be really expensive.
Sure.
But
I think you get a decent enough one for $69.
I think you could get a decent one for $69. That just brings up your day.
Yeah. I pulled up Dick's while we were sitting here.
Mm-hmm.
And one of their, the Solo stoves, they have like a tabletop one. It's on sale for $69 right now.
Shut up.
Yep.
Are you going to get it?
No, I don't have any money. I was going to say, so yeah, a house plant. I like a house plant.
Mm-hmm.
If you can find one for that amount, that's nice. You're doing well, I feel
exactly.
like. Anything? It's back to me?
Yeah.
So my thing that's around $69 that I like is, so mine would be to have I think it'd be really fun to have a $69 shopping spree at a dollar store.
Ooh, that would be fun.
You go to the dollar store, the Dollar Tree, even though not that everything's a dollar. It was for years. Everything was a dollar until recently, but
it isn't
pretend
anymore.
it still is. But just to have a $69 spending spree at the Dollar Tree, that'd be a blast.
So many cool things.
So many fun things.
Feel like, do I need it? No, but I need to spend $69. So
spending spree. And
I gotta do it.
You can't save it. You don't have a gift card. It's like get $69 today, or you lose the money.
Exactly.
No, so that'd be fun, just to go to the dollar store with $69 and just buy basically 69 things.
Yeah.
Tax. We said around $69.
Yes, so around.
It counts.
Roughly $69.
Roughly $69.
My number 1 is a bottle of wine that's $69.
Ooh.
Because I feel like at that price point, it's going to be
wine.
Delicious. And you're going to take a drink and it's going to instantly be good. It's not going to be like, I got to take 3 drinks and then I get a little tipsy. And then I think it's the best thing I've ever put in my mouth. Yeah. So I think a $69 bottle of wine would wet my whistle nicely.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just, woo.
I like that. My number 1 $69 thing around $69. My number 1 thing around $69 is hitting up a margarita spot with a friend, and like a real good margarita, like a solid good margarita. It's usually about $14 or $15. So between the two, you both get 2 margaritas. It's about $60 right there. plus tax, and then tip. We're not going to. Well, the tip's its own thing.
Yeah.
That's not counted in the $69. That's
No.
bonus. So going out, eat place that has to have chips and salsa for free, and you just
Yes.
2 margaritas with a friend. The amount you can catch up with a friend over 2 margaritas, or the amount you can learn about a person, just the two of you, just 2 people drinking margaritas. Boom. That's my favorite thing for $69.
That's great.
So basically 4 margaritas for 2 people. We're not getting pitchers. We're just getting. We
No.
probably could get 2 pitchers for that amount. Actually, probably not. Probably those are probably more like $40.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna say 4 margaritas because, like I said, like a margarita is right around $15. I feel like
Yep.
it's a good pick, right?
That's a great pick.
Bonus pick.
Especially if it's on a patio.
Oh, it's on a patio. It's on a
Yes.
patio.
It
It
has
doesn't
to
have to
be.
be, but it is.
But like in
Um,
this scenario, it is.
It is. Bonus, when I was looking for stuff, I found a margarita maker machine that was exactly $69 to make 64 ounces of margarita or slush for $69. I mean, that's just a bonus. If you can't get out, if it's you can't get to a patio, you got the $69 slushy margarita maker at home.
It's
There it
very
is.
good.
There it is.
I had
What
an
else?
honorable mention.
What?
An air fryer.
Oh, nice.
I
Is that
love
your
an
only
air
one?
fryer.
I said one that I said is like a nice, like quality, like hoodie sweatshirt.
I said like a cool jacket.
Like a nice Nike one would be about $69.
Oh, yeah.
In that range
For
I'd say.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? Nice Nike or nice, like here I'm on Dick's actually right now. Oh, here I see one for $64.
I
So
mean,
yeah,
the
right in that
tax,
range.
69.
Right in that range.
I said like a cool like speaker.
Cool speaker.
Yeah.
What do you
Like
mean?
a
No,
speaker.
you're not gonna get a very good one for $69. I'm gonna throw that out.
But like
there.
if it's a cool one, kind of like, your I don't know how much this was, but
More than
I was,
$69.
do you know what I'm about to say?
My cooler one?
Yeah.
That was like $150.
Okay, just kidding.
Or 100. No, it was on sale. I think I got it for $100. But normally I think they're 150. But I got it was very on sale. That's why I bought it. Otherwise I wouldn't have bought it.
The other thing, I like a cozy comforter,
Sure.
a massager, like a neck massager thing,
Yeah.
a good
Yeah.
face serum.
Any outside the box ones? Kind of like mine? 69 or something? Or an experience you could think of instead of just
Let's
I don't know.
see, an experience for $69.
It's okay if you don't got it. If you don't got that skill set.
Maybe
Up to 70% off of clearance.
You need to get off the Dick's website.
I don't know if that's still going on. I'm trying to decide if it's still here. I think the deal might be gone. It's too bad. It was a good deal. It's a good deal. I've moved on, Tara, from your thing. Dick's. We're not smart. Oh, I was thinking maybe I should try to talk to maybe I should plead with Survivor again this week.
Yeah,
What do you think?
do it.
So this will be we're a week. It's a week later. Still no call from Survivor. Where you at? Where you at, Jeffrey? Jefferiah? Is Jeff short for Jeffrey? Jeff, is Jeff short? Number one, Jeff. Is Jeff short for Jeffrey? Are you Jeffrey Probst? I don't know. Do you know, Tara? You think he's Jeffrey Probst?
I think so.
You need someone with my vigor. Someone with my Tara, help me sell myself to Survivor. Like what is it about me that Survivor needs, you think? For
I
season
think
49.
they probably need your bullshit because you're full
Am
of
I bullshit? Are you saying I'm bullshit?
You're bullshit. Like you bullshit.
You're bullshit.
So Survivor, you need my bullshit.
So you're someone who thinks that they know everything.
I don't.
No, but like they need that
You don't have to
type
be
of
rude.
character,
Huh? You don't have to be rude.
I'm not. I'm just saying who you are as a person.
You're saying I bullshit
You-
and I think I know things.
You do. And I feel like that would be good TV where people would either love you or hate you. You'd
No
be
one's
one
gonna
of
hate
them.
me. I want to be the most beloved Survivor since Rupert back in the day. Do you know that I'm older than Rupert was on that, Tara?
What?
Yeah. The first season, I believe. Hold on.
Holy shit.
Rupert. from
I gotta
Survivor.
look Rupert up to see if I'm thinking of the right
So
person.
Rupert was born in 1964. Okay? You with me so far? And he was on Survivor in 2003. Meaning, Tara, he was 39 years old. I am now older than Rupert
That's
was
wild.
when he was on Survivor. I thought Rupert was the oldest man on the planet when I watched that show. I was like, this old fucking dude.
Like looking back on it though, he doesn't look that old.
No, he just had a beard and hair.
Yeah.
He
You
doesn't even
kind of
look
have
old.
Rupert vibes.
I kind of look like Rupert.
You kind of have Rupert vibes. Like your
I
hair
could be
kind of
Rupert
does the
2.0.
same
Survivor,
thing.
if you're looking for Rupert 2.0, I kind of am. We
You're
kind of got a
kinda
similar
him.
build and everything.
Yep.
I might
Oh
be
my
Rupert.
gosh.
He looks great.
Yeah, I'm like, that's
Guys,
wild.
If you're looking for the next Rupert, it's been 20 years since he's been on the show. Bring me in.
Here's the thing, Survivor. Drew is a charismatic cat.
Charismatic.
He's gonna charm people. He's gonna be good TV because he's a funny dude.
Oh wow, she's nice now. Now she's being nice to me.
But there's good at like there's nice and there's stuff where you're kind of like an asshole. So you'll have some gameplay. So I'll be people are
behind the scenes.
yeah. So people are gonna be like, he's so fun and nice and charismatic. There's no way he would stab me in the back, but he probably would. You might not feel good about it, but
I don't know if I would.
I don't either. I just said that. I'm like,
I'm not really a stab
you're
you in the
kind
back
of a
kinda
nice guy. You're a nice guy, but you would have gameplay. But I don't know.
would.
I feel like it'd be good gameplay.
But
It's not going to be.
I don't think I would have to. I wouldn't be stabbing you in the back. I would.
No.
I would be very open how I feel about stuff and work my way through that.
Like
way.
you wouldn't be a villain. You're
No.
not a villain.
No.
People would love you. 100% people would
Survivor.
love you.
Holla at me. Tara, I'm 40.
He's
I'm older
40?
than Rupert. I'm older than Rupert was. Tara, when I was a kid, I thought Rupert was 1,000 years old. I'm older than him.
When I looked him up, it's exactly who I thought he was, but in my brains, he looked way older. Like
Well,
he was
'cause
an
we
old,
were-
decrepit man.
Because we were in high school when it was on. So
Oh,
this is what Tara. So
God.
this is what. This is what we look like to people that are in high school.
Oh God.
We look like Rupert.
We
I look like Rupert. Like when I'm at the gym working
You look
out,
like Hodor.
I look like Hodor. Yeah, this kid thought I was.
Hodor.
Oh, I talked about that.
We
on the
talked
party.
about it. It's you.
So Survivor. If you want someone who's going to come in and just give it his all, I just like to see if I get kicked off first. I also will say things that are like questionable.
That's probably not
So-
something you should say.
No,
to
but just don't say it.
Survivor.
Don't show it. You might have to cut some of my things.
You probably don't want to have that as one of your talking
Why?
points to Survivor.
Tara, you know what?
Because then
you
they're
say
like,
wild
all
shit.
right, we gotta.
No.
This guy's
No,
gonna be a
it's for good-
problem.
No, it's not. That's not what I'm saying. You don't understand what I'm talking about.
I
Like,
guess I don't.
people say things that are weird. I will say things that are like, what? I didn't say problematic,
You just
would say
you
things that
said
are shocking.
problematic.
huh?
You did say
I don't
problematic.
think I did.
You did.
Well, I might.
Roll the tapes.
I might, Survivor. Be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for. We have emails, Tara, I think. Bless you. Do you have anything
Sorry.
you need to tell me about before I look at...
I'm getting
emails?
tattoos on Sunday.
Yeah, Tara thinks she needs tattoos. Maybe she should be on.
On what? Survivor?
What?
You said
Yeah,
maybe she
Survivor.
should be on? No, I would not want to be on Survivor.
No, I don't really want to be
The
on it.
bugs. I couldn't
That's
do it.
yeah. The actual Survivor part sounds terrible. We got a couple emails. We got some fake thing who says someone named Alex Sanfilippo from team at podmatch.com says, hey, congrats on your success with Melon Fights. You've already released more episodes than most podcasters ever do, which is amazing. I love to support your show by listening. Can you send me a link in one of my recent favorite episodes? It's something where they're trying to like get you to like, they're trying to make money is my guess. I'm trying to figure out what it is. Read that later. Frank sends us an email. Frank sends us an email. This is Frank, by the way, but read this or part not up to you. It's Frank. Big Frank. Frank hasn't emailed in a long time.
I know.
Good to have you back, Frank. So this is my top 5 duets list from last week. Both of your lists were good, by the way. They were
Thank
good
you.
lists. Thank you, Frank. Okay. Starting from the bottom and working my way up. It's a good way to go. Larry Sanders and Coolio, Gangster's Paradise.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Been spending most our lives.
That's a good one. That's a really good one. Gangster's Paradise.
Mhm.
Larry is the guy singing. This song was parodied by Weird Al and lives in pop culture. Frank, that's a really good one. Frank took his time. Linkin Park and Evanescence, Bring Me to
Ooh,
Life.
That's
The music
good.
video was insane for the time, and the song itself made a lasting impression on a whole
Wake me
generation.
up.
Dang, Frank, we need to get Frank coming up doing little music stuff weekly. Wake me up inside. Is it that one?
Yes.
Take
good.
me. I don't know the words to anything. I don't know. I mean, I can hear it. Eminem and Sir Elton John. MTV Awards Live changed what people thought about Eminem being homophobic. Fun fact, Sir Elton John is Eminem's sobriety sponsor. I don't think I knew that.
I didn't either.
Interesting. That's a good one. Frank's has given us
Frank's giving us
here.
nuggets.
He's dropping dimes on us here. I love it. Another Eminem song is his number 2. Eminem and Dr. Dre. Forgot about Dre.
Good.
Huge exposure for Eminem. Song also slaps. Not wrong. Forgot about
Nowadays,
Dre.
everybody
Is
want to talk like they got something to say. But
so good. It's a really good one. And our final, the top best duet ever is, of course, Big Paws, MELLONfights. Love you guys. Frank sucking up. Frank sucking up, and I love it. Thank you, Frank.
Thanks, Frank.
Frank. Nominations would be Sandy and Danny in Grease. I also quote the line, Sandy, you can't leave me driving, in the intro song from that movie Slaps. Have a Tuesday.
Have a Tuesday.
Tanker brought it. That was a nice, short, succinct email from Tanker.
I love it, Tanker.
He nailed it. You guys all got to step up because Tanker nailing it.
Tanker
nailing it. I ain't seen Tanker in a minute. Here we go. We got one more. It's from Jeannie. Maybe you've heard of her. Hello, MELLONfights. You were right. Don't love the fighting. Well, mostly Drew going off on Tara for a variety of imagined reasons. Need I say dick move? Okay. Enjoy the duets category in the list. Nice B-Day gift to Trinity. And as you agreed, ended up being a good category. It was good.
It was good.
You know, actually, you're going to be the $69 one I enjoyed today. Endless Love is for sure top 5. Just ask our friend Andrew his favorite song of all time, especially while listening in a hot tub. It's a little personal. Top 5 things around $69 to buy. Your dad said double-headed dildos. Okay.
Oh my God.
So predictable, putting it at number 5. Thanks, Dad. Mom said a deluxe crock pot. Okay. Ma, and then she said a 3 a pickleball intermediate player set. Okay.
Oh God, she loves that shit.
Nerd. 1969 Reggie Jackson baseball card. 1969 Reggie Jackson baseball card. And dinner for 2 at Chili's. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Here's a portion of tongue twister I used to do for drama. Gift me the gift of grip top sock. Gift me the gift of grip top sock. A clip drape shape tip top sock. Not your spin slick slap flat stock, but a plastic elastic grip top sock. Ready for this? I'm doing it again for you. Ready? Gift me the gift of grip top sock, a clip drape shape top sock, not your spin slick slapstick slot stock, but a plastic elastic grip top sock. That sounds horny, first of all.
Yeah.
Sounds like they're talking about condoms.
I literally don't even know what you said.
Here, I'm going to say it slowly for you. Don't tell me that this ain't a horny thing that these drama kids saying.
Yeah.
Gift me the gift of grip top sock. Horny
top sock. Mm-hmm.
A clip drape shape tip top sock. So we got grip and tip so far. Not your spin slick slapstick slip slot sock. That ain't talking about vaginas. I don't know what is. And then, but a plastic elastic grip top sock. If that ain't a condom, I don't know what is. Mom, they had you saying horny shit in drama class back in the 70s.
And you were probably in a Catholic school at the time.
It was like the only way they could treat. They probably weren't allowed to teach them about safe sex. So this was how they
Right.
tried to trick them, and it didn't work because Jim and Jeannie got pregnant in high school.
They couldn't figure it out. It
They
was
couldn't figure out they didn't
the tongue
read into it like
twister.
we are.
No.
They didn't see the symbolism.
No.
Give me the gift of grip top sock. I mean, come on.
Top sock.
A clip drape ship shaped tip top sock. If this isn't about fucking, I
Tip.
don't know what is.
Top sock. Yep.
Not your spin slick slapstick slip slot stock,
Slip slots, lapstick.
but a plastic elastic grip top sock. That's horny as hell. Right?
It is. It's very
Right?
horny. It's very provocative.
Top 5 least favorite characters from kid shows. Cindy Brady. Cindy did suck.
Oh, she did.
Get that speech impediment out of my
See you
face.
on the synth.
Because it wasn't real either,
No,
right?
I don't know.
Pink Panther. Mom didn't like Pink Panther. Good to know.
I don't even know anything. about
Lucy.
that.
Oh, from probably Peanuts.
Oh, yeah.
Old Beaver. Oh, and Leave It to
When
Beaver when he
Beaver
got older. He was awesome as a little kid. And then Blippy.
Oh, Dad hates Blippy so much.
Have a Tuesday. Love you. That's a pretty good list.
That's a good
I mean,
list.
come on. Gift me the gift of grip top sock. A clip drape ship shaped tip top sock. Not your spin slick slap stick slip slot stock, but a plastic elastic grip top sock.
Yikes. Yikes.
No wonder everyone was having 5 to 20 babies back then.
Exactly, because they couldn't figure it out.
Just say hey,
say wear condom.
hey nuns, just tell us to wear condoms.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Give me a gift.
We need a list for
of
next week,
condoms.
Tara.
What's our holidays next
I don't know.
week?
Pull it up.
Did you say for me to pull it up or are you pulling it
I'll
up?
pull it up. Look up birthdays for me. Then if I have to pull it up.
Birthdays today?
Yes. Whose birthday is it today? We always do that. What are you talking about? Today's Veterans Day, by the way. I forgot.
Oh, yeah.
To our veterans,
Thank you so much.
Grandpa, Uncle Mike, or veterans. Or other veterans. There's more. Uncle John.
Jonathan.
They have to
is
be
it?
dead for Veterans Day. I forget.
No.
That's Memorial Day.
Yeah.
That's Memorial Day. So next Sunday. Next Sunday is National Unfriend Day, Tara. Top 5 worst friends in media history. That's a good one, right?
Yeah.
Top 5 worst friends. Because we're going to have some that are like, people are like, they're good friends. No, they're bad friends.
Mm-hmm.
Top 5 worst friends in media history.
I'm writing it down.
Yep. International Student Day. No, thank you.
No.
We could do a list about like our favorite movies about that are about taking place in school. School movies.
What was that?
Do you know what I mean?
School
International
movies?
Students Day. You want to do that?
Sure.
Do we have to do? We don't have to do two lists for next week. National Hiking Day. How about we both go on a walk this week at some point, and we tell
Okay.
each other about our walk.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay.
National Testosterone Awareness Day as well. I will tea hard this week.
Tea hard.
It's Zinfandel Day. Should we drink Zinfandel next week? Remember that
Ooh,
white Zinfandel?
Yes. It's basically
That was
rosé.
good. Did we drink any of it? We sipped it, and that was it.
Yeah.
That Christmas Zin. Remember?
Oh yeah, it was so gross.
That was when we first tried the podcast. We have a recorded episode of the
Yeah.
podcast. I don't know where that is. That was funny.
We got a lot of birthdays today.
Oh yeah, should I pull it up?
I
So we're
pulled it
doing.
up.
So we're gonna do the national. So we're gonna do our top 5 worst friends
Yep.
in all media. Should we do more than that? I feel like there's a lot of bad friends. Let's do 6.
6.
Let's do 6.
Okay.
6 friends, and then let's do 3. Our top 5 3 movie
Top
school
5,
movies.
3.
Our top 3.
Okay.
Let's just do 3 for this one. Top 3 movies. Nah, let's do 5.
Okay.
I like our lists. Our top 5 movies about school,
And
or
then
you know
we'll
what I
go-
mean, that take place in a school mostly. Our top 5 movies that take place in a school mostly. That sounds good, right? That's fun.
Yeah.
And we're both going to go on a walk this week and tell each other about it.
Okay. Perfect.
What are we doing?
I got some birthdays
Birthdays.
here. The number one person is Wendy Ortiz, and I don't even know who that is.
She's a TikTok star, Tara. I'm looking right at it.
She turned 21.
But she's more famous than Leonardo
Exactly.
DiCaprio.
That's what I was going to say. Leo's number 2 to this TikTok star. Like, give me an effing break.
Like, even kids know who Leonardo DiCaprio is.
Exactly.
Mostly, I feel like we would have known who, like, at the time when we were that, like, kids, it'd probably been, like, Marlon Brando. We'd have heard of him.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we probably wouldn't know him as well as we would have known Lori Beth Denberg, though. I just don't know how old people are. Wait, there's a person named Patrick Starr?
Yeah, he does makeup.
Oh.
And then...
He kind of looks like Patrick Starr. Demi Moore, 62.
Yeah.
Has anyone seen The Substance yet? Terry, you should see The Substance.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good.
Stanley Tucci, love him.
Love Tooch. I love the Tooch.
Diddley. That's a terrible
Vinny Guadagnino.
Big Trump lover.
Is he?
Yeah, he was like in the front row at one of his...
Oh, that's wild.
I know.
He just like the stars he has. Vinny from the... Like,
right?
What? So weird. So weird. I don't know what world we're living in. We live in a strange, strange world. Everyone that they thanked was like a podcaster. Like...
Right?
It was wild.
Stupid.
Wild.
Trey Smith.
Who?
Trey Smith.
Trey Smith. Tomorrow's Ryan Gosling's birthday as well, by the way. Tara, how old do you think Ryan Gosling is off the top of your head?
50.
He's 43. Nice try, though.
Oh, he's only 43?
He's basically our age, yeah. Anne Hathaway's 41.
God.
And Anne Hathaway's 41 tomorrow. They're our age. I could date Anne Hathaway.
The Santa
Russell Westbrook's
Claus was
35.
released on this day in 1994.
Oh, wow.
Love that movie.
The Santa Claus. Yes. We got our list for next week. We're just kind of rambling now. Hey, Tara.
Hey, Drew.
Stay dry.
Stay dry.
And have a Tuesday.
Have a Tuesday.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Melon
Fights. What?
I don't think it was good. I think it was late. It could have been right on time. It could be one of those ones where I thought it was super late and it's going to be perfectly on time once I sync them. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Melon.
I was going to let you solo it. I always get to solo it. Hold on, right? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Melon Fights.
Nailed it, T.